Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Real quick, I want to get this lesson in, going into what does it mean or what's happening, all right, when that punishment or that our temptation is up for a little season. I'm going into Luke 4:13. And when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season. And that word season meaning due measure, a measure of time, a large or smaller portion of time, hence. So Satan was trying to tempt Yahweh Shai. All right. He was trying to overthrow his mindset against the Lord. For the Lord. Trying to turn him rebellious or put him against the Lord. All right, doing things that he knew the Lord wasn't be cool with. So when Yahweh Shai, combated him with the scriptures, seeing that he couldn't get through, he couldn't break that door down, so to speak. So he left for a season. All right, and what happened in that season? All right, so now we're gonna jump over to Job, the first chapter. Right, where it says, there is a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed of evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 she-asses, in a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. Going to show you that birthdays, as a Hebrew Israelite, we didn't celebrate birthdays. All right, because it speaks about how they celebrated and made feast on his day. All right, but then Job, knowing that, he had to offer a burnt offering so the Lord won't destroy him. Just a side note, but it says, for Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. And Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? All right, also proving that Satan is amongst the children of the Most High. Okay, all the sons of God, and Satan was there as well. Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there was none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth of evil. And just like Job, there are men out there, we call them the elect, the scriptures call them the chosen. All right, those that have not bowed the image to Baal, that Satan is looking to sift, as he told Peter. So as we read throughout the rest of the chapter, it says, then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he have on every side? That has blessed the work of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of Yahweh. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger to Job and said, Thy oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon him and took them away. They that have slain servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, The fire of God is fallen from heaven, and have burnt up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Okay, so this is when hell started. All right, mind you, we read down now, all right, because this is back to back to back. Hell that, was external, meaning it affected the things around him. All right, but in turn, Satan knew that it would affect him. Okay, so jumping down to verse 20 now. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his beard and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, Slakia, and naked shall I return. Yahweh gave and Yahweh have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. Okay? So, at this point, we go into chapter 2 now. It says again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So Satan was, he left. This is at the point where he left Job for a season, and he went up to the Lord to ask for what? Permission to do more unto him. All right. So it says, And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? Let me read verse 2. I don't know if I read that. And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and for walking up and down in it. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there was none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh, and said, Skin for skin, yet all that a man hath will he give for his life. But pull forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So each time Satan leaves you, he takes his hand off the plow, so to speak, to go into the heavens. He's asking for more permission. He's asking, for more strength against your life. And this is what happens when Satan leaves for a season. So it would behoove us to get stronger through those tests. It would behoove us to get stronger for those tests, knowing that it's going to get rougher and rougher. All right? Scriptures say, Satan cometh down as a roaring lion seeking to whom he may devour. All right? So if he can't get you in one avenue, guess what? He's going to try another avenue and other avenues. Okay? And this is the Passover season. So we know that's one season. Okay? But even past this Passover season, we know Jacob's trouble is coming up to where he's coming against, the domestic terrorists, so-called domestic terrorists, which is going to put that upon us, those that don't take the vaccine, which that's against our laws. So as time goes on, all right, Satan, which works through Esau Edom, is going to he's going to increase the fire up, man. And that's pretty much it, man. Just want to touch on that point. Basically, what happens when Satan leaves for a moment, for a season, and what should be happening, all right, in between time, when we're going through the hell. All right, so that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. So with that, shalom to the elect.